Hi, this video is for Cleanup Plus Services. This is Norma Suarez, an independent SEO lead generation specialist. First of all, I want to say thanks for your response to my post on Facebook regarding some SEO tips. I do know you're busy with your business, but I wanted to get this chance to record this video to get you these tips so that you can put them into action for yourself and for your business. All I ask for is some feedback on the video if you don't mind, so let's go ahead and jump into it. If you like what you hear, you feel like you need some help, feel free to reach out to me. So there are basically three main SEO tips I wanted to go over with you, and they are content, citations, and backlinks. If you ever had to deal with online marketing in the past, you know how important these are in order for people to see your business on the internet. So these are the top three things that search engines crawl your web page for to determine if your site is worth ranking on top or on that first page. And that's where you want to be so people can, actually find you and click on your web page and call you. So first thing I want to talk about is content. And that's basically anything you see that's on your front page, which is right here that I have up, including the text, the wordings, and the pictures, and what these pictures are saved as. So making sure you have enough unique, relevant, high quality content on your front page is very important. And I say at least 1,500 words that speak about your business, because this allows you to add in keywords or key phrases that people are going to be using to search for businesses that offer your services. So really important to help you get found on the search engine. The other thing I had mentioned are images. So let's say I try to save this picture, for example, and I want to see how it's being saved as. So on your website, it's being saved as Clean Home Collage. Now, that's Clean Home is fine, but I would really focus on, what you offer. So if you do deep cleaning in Houston or deep cleaning West Houston, that's how I would label it. So you see how, because these are the words that people are going to be looking for when they search for your service. So make sure you tag them appropriately, and I would definitely add more pictures. I would say about 10 pictures on the front page. And again, it doesn't seem like you have those 1,500 words to add those relevant keywords and key phrases. So go ahead and work on that content. The second thing that I wanted to go over with you is citations. And so I did a search earlier, and that was one of the competitions that I found. But we'll go into that website. So I did residential cleanup services, West Houston, Texas. And this is my results. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see in a lot of services industries are Google ads. Now this one up here, this is, something newer than the typical Google ad you see. It has that Google guarantee. It's actually a paid ad, but you have to go through a process of getting your business verified with Google. The thing about having these Google guarantee ads is that you get a lot less garbage leads from these types of ads. And so it looks like your industry, there's 3 that are advertising, and it's usually just 3 on top. So it might be something you want to do when starting up, although the cost goes up as far as for the ads, because you pay for every click, whether or not people use your service. But definitely a good way to get you straight up to page 1 while your website is being worked up. And then under that is your traditional ads. And these also are paid Google ads. Everyone's familiar with these, but they can be hit or miss. And I say that because a lot of people these days have what they call ad blockers. And if they have an ad blocker on their web browser, there's a good chance that they're not going to see your ad. And there's a large group of people actually that simply don't click on these types of ads only because they've had bad experiences with it. Okay, so again, I want to go over the citations, and that has a lot to do with this map section right here. And so what a citation is your business name, address, and phone number. And, a lot of services, they choose not to show their address only because they're not having people come through their place of business. They're going out actually servicing homes and buildings, whether it's residential or commercial. All right, and so with this, again, with citations, again, your name, business phone number is listed in directories. So when I say directory, it's simply a website out there that allows businesses to add their information, such as on places like Yellow Pages Online, such as Yelp, Home Advisor. There's a lot of online directories out there that you can get on. And again, in addition to name, address, and phone number, they might ask you a brief description about your business. This is going to give you another avenue for people to reach out or find you. And the more that you have out there, the more likely you'll end up in this map section right here. Now, a good strategy that I like to use is I like to look at the competition and see who's in the area and what and how many directories they're currently on. So that's why I did this residential cleanup services in West Houston. And so let's say this cleaning authority in West Houston. I like to look at what directories they're on, and I try to get on the same directory. So they're like on 10 different directories. For my clients, I would help them get on those same 10 directories, and I use a tool that I could find out what directories they're on, and I try to get on those same ones and then plus more. So they're on 10, I'm going to go out and get 20. And kind of help you get on this map section right here. The only issue with this map section that I see is that, you can be outbeat out of this map rather easily when people are on more online directories. That's because their website is just sprinkled all over the internet that, people can find them more. And then Google says, hey, they're worth, something. So they put them on this map section right here. So if you haven't started yet, go out and get listed on these online directories. Okay, and that's what I have for citations. And so the third thing I wanted to cover with you is backlinks, and that has a lot to do with down here. This is the organic section, or the organic search. So what a backlink is essentially another website that's linking back to yours, saying that you offer cleaning services and you're a provider of such services. So that way it brings more relevance and keywords that you're trying to rank for, and people get to find you. So I use this tool. It's called Ahrefs or Ahrefs, and I'll show it here. All right, and this is again just a tool, so it doesn't give 100% accurate data, but it's definitely a really good guide. And I can see how the competition is doing. I can see how my clients' web page is doing and compare it to the competition, see what I need to do in order for me to help them outrank the competition. So just based on, I put your domain up here, cleanupservices.com, and I see that you actually have no websites referring back to yours, not giving you any backlinks. And therefore, when you don't have any website, no backlinks, Google or Bing, Yahoo, they say this is not a good website, or it's not worth ranking on top. So what happens is you end up getting no organic traffic. Okay. So I'm going to go back again to our search, and when I was looking down here, I was looking for your competition, and I'm not talking about national competition like these. These probably sound familiar to you, More Hands, Maids.com, Molly Maid, Yelp. Well, Yelp is the online directory. So a lot of these are national competition. So that's really going to be your main competition when it comes to your industry. But I did found one that's a little more local, which is this Westmates, and that's the website that I was on earlier. Okay, and this is their website, and it doesn't seem like they have a lot of content either on the front. But content is just one thing, and that's where all the backlinks come into play. So I also looked at their website and how they're doing on that tool that I showed you earlier. And I put westsitemates.com. And as you can see, they have a total of 59 current websites that were referring back to theirs. These are the referring domains, so 59 of them. And that's giving them 237 backlinks. Now, historically, they've had a total of 243. This is cumulatively. And so as you can see, if you have had 243 historically, what happened to them? You tend to go up and down, and you end up losing a lot of them. And so this is where you need someone who does SEO to come in and check your website on almost a daily basis, because you need, these numbers change, not significantly, but it may not from day to day, but definitely from month to month. You can see, and I'll show you here something in a minute. So with this website, Website Maze, you can see they have 729 organic keywords. And what I can do, well, before we go into that, let me show you something first. So 59 domains, 237 backlinks. So for the past month, they had 196 landing on their website. So people actually, jumped on their website. There was 196 landings. So that's the power of getting backlinks. Okay, going back to organic keywords, remember earlier I talked about content. So because this is your competition, for my clients, what I would do is I would go in and see what organic keywords they're using, and if it applies to my client's own niche or industry, I would use it. So Maze, Katie, and what I do too is I look at the volume, so this volume is telling me how many searches are there a month. So this one here is 300. This is probably something I want to put on my content. It does apply. It's not specific to this company. So Houston Maid Services, I would definitely put that on my front page, because if they're getting 300 hits, as far as search volume, at least you're one of them, right? Same thing with here. And even though it looks like the same thing, the way you put it in, these are the way people search differently. So Maid Service Houston, you might want to put that on your front page. They got 300 searches for that term. And for this specific web page, they had a little bit over 4 landings for that page. They were on the second page of Google for the word Maid Service Houston. A lot of technical stuff that go into here when it comes to search engine optimization. So going back to the overview, again, I could see who's the website or what websites are referring back to them, because I would like to know, can I go into that same website and do the same thing? Because like here, it looks like they were on a blog spot. So they might have blogged something, wrote something on one of the blogs there, and put a link back to their website. So I would do the same for my clients. Okay. And then there are some companies out there that are really popular when it comes to cleaning, and they're like national level. And sometimes these companies, when you want to get a backlink, they even ask you to pay to get it. But then that gives you a lot of authority for your website. And in addition to the referring domains, I can look at the backlinks too for this Website Maze. And I can see what backlinks they're getting, and again, try to get the same backlinks and more. Again, the more backlinks you get to your website that are from other authoritative website, that gives you more, they call it juice or umph to get ranked high. So hopefully this, I know it's kind of a lot of technical stuff, but hopefully it's been informative for you, so you'll know how important it is to actually work on your website to get to that front page. Because you do, when you do a search for, for my search, I use residential cleanup services, West Houston, Texas. You definitely want to be on this front page right here, because people are going to click either in the map. If they like ads, they'll click on the ads, but they'll click somewhere on this first page. Again, this is the best place to be, because it's harder to beat you. Unlike the ones up on the map where the more citations they have, they can outrank you. Here it's a little harder to do, because backlinking is a harder process to do. And like I said earlier, sometimes you have to pay for them. Okay, so again, hopefully you've learned something a little bit about managing search engine optimization for your business. You probably need someone to help you do that, because as you can see, we didn't see any backlinks, we didn't see any referring domains, you're not getting any traffic to your website. So, you know, feel free to reach out to me. If not, take these tips and implement them for yourself. Make sure you get on those directories. Make sure you really rev up your front page. And then, like I showed you, you might want to get someone to do your backlinks. You can do it yourself too. That's, you know, something that you'll just have to learn on your own or get someone to do. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again for your time and watching, and I hope you have a great week.